Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Wandering Mist and today we're talking about cosmetics. Yep, I'm diving down that rabbit hole and I'm bringing you along for the ride as well. We're going to be looking at the community's thoughts on it, what people like about it, what people don't like about it for the game and the cash shop. Just so we're all on the same page, the way the system currently works is that every month there is a set of cosmetics that come with the pre-order packs on the Intrepid Cash store. These are purely cosmetic, they offer no in-game advantages at all, and the way it currently works is that they swap out every single month and they are monthly exclusive. So once the March cosmetics disappear at the end of the month and they get replaced, you can never get them again. So they are very much exclusive to that month. If you don't get them during that month, you can never get them ever again. This of course has spawned quite a lot of discussion, controversy, and it has resulted in a mega thread on the Reddit, including a poll. So we're going to be taking a look at that. So without further ado, let's get started. So before we look at the responses on both sides, let's take a look at the poll results very quickly. The highest rated response was to keep the cosmetic shop as it is, that had 538 votes. Next up, you had people wanting no cosmetic shop at all, so get rid of it completely, that had 336 votes. And then people who wanted to change the cosmetic shop in some way, that had 183 votes. I'm going to avoid voicing my own opinions on this. I'm just going to be looking at the community feedback. So let's see what people had to say on this topic, because there were quite a few in this thread alone. The negative responses towards the cash shop can pretty much be summed up in four main concerns. These are that the cosmetics take up development time and resources, the fear of missing out of having the cosmetics disappear after a month never to return again. This is seen by a lot of people as predatory. There's the fear that the only good cosmetics will be in the cash shop. And finally, that low-level players will be running around in amazing looking gear, which breaks the immersion, and you will be unable to tell a player by their appearance. Stephen has responded to quite a few of these in this thread, so we're going to be looking at those, but let's dive in a little bit deeper about these concerns. First of all, the taking up of time and resources. Extension Page had this to say: cosmetic shop is fine. Exclusive, once in a lifetime available cosmetics every single month for 5 years is not. It's the same mentality that drove games to be all about their cash shops that Ashes is trying to avoid by being self-funded, by encouraging devs to focus on the upping cash shop sales to bring in money rather than improve the game for subs to earn money. Stephen has responded to this by saying, no, this does not happen. The current monthly cosmetics are dual purpose to help to populate the NPC population in the game as well as variant models, and we have seen evidence of this already. For example, the Brew Bear is an exclusive mount, a cosmetic mount, but we have then seen bears that have the similar model just repainted and retextured in the game as NPCs. So that has happened so far. Next up, probably the biggest one actually, is the fear of missing out, the predatory nature of the exclusive cosmetics. Laptops in Lab Coat says this: that's fine, but the predatory tactics of exclusive once-in-a-lifetime available cosmetics every single month for 5 years is still an issue. This is also backed up by Souls on Fire, who says, I bought the $50 to $60 Kickstarter and later $100 cosmetics because of fear of missing out. While I don't mind the shop, the fear of missing out aspect is not okay. They simply have to change some aspects of it for future sales. At this point, they're getting a lot of bad PR. Is that really what they want? Finally, Zelmith says, same for me. I bought some of the cosmetics, but I hate that I got them out of fear instead of excitement. Stephen has responded to these concerns. He says, I don't consider exclusivity predatory and am upfront about that. I believe it as a player. If I'm going to spend money on a skin, I want it to be exclusive, but I understand that is a matter of opinion, and it really is. Vorgersagen agrees with Stephen, and he has this to say. If anyone has ever had any type of collection, you would realize that things are always limited time. AOC is creating a collectibles system. You can participate or not. No one forces people to collect coins, cards, stamps, stuffed animals, etc. There is no issue here. If someone started collecting back when Magic the Gathering first came out and they happened to buy a Black Lotus first day, good on them. Others may have started later. Now they can't get one. It's the way collecting works. Again, whether you agree or disagree with that is entirely up to you. I'm just putting the points out there. Next up, you have the fear that only good cosmetics will be in the cash shop. The Snowkeeper said this: just don't go the Guild Wars 2 route and make the best skins a cosmetic purchase and I'll be happy. Stephen responded to this with, the best skins will be in-game achievable. Obviously, best is subjective, so I'd say the most ornate and detailed / unique. So far, we haven't seen any evidence of this with the armor sets, but we'll look about that later on down the line. Finally, there's the issue that low-level players will be running around in amazing-looking gear and that you'll be unable to tell by their appearance. Quiet Vegan said this: I, like many people, don't want to see people running around in high-tier gear at the beginning all because they have deeper pockets than me. Despite the fact that it gives no advantage, I don't think it's conducive to a healthy MMORPG. You also have this from Brocked7, who says, I have no issues with the cosmetic shop when there is no box cost. The only thing I don't like is that level 1s are gonna be running around day 1 of launch looking like they've raided for the past 2 months. To me, a big part of MMORPGs is showing off the gear you earned in-game. Add requirements for all cosmetics to be worn / used. Again, we'll have to see how this works out in practice. Of course, looking to the other side, there are quite a few people, as we've seen with the poll results, who are perfectly fine with the cash shop, mostly because they know it's not going to have any pay to win or pay to convenience, and that they agree with Stephen that the priority will still be on the gameplay. As far as they're concerned, as long as that's the way it is, then they're fine. Swamp Harrier says, I'm all for keeping the cosmetic shop the same. As long as no pay to win is implemented, then I'm happy. Bojangler2112 says, honestly, the way I see the shop is 100% fine if what they've stated about the workflow of the situation is true. If it has been made a priority of the project, then that is a gigantic problem. If the cosmetics have been made for another purpose, primarily, and are repurposed to an exclusive set, I don't see anything wrong. They go on to say, the sheer amount on regularity is the only thing that concerns me. However, the developers seem quite active on social media, and the amount of footage and commentary said during said footage makes me fairly confident that I can take their word on the project until I've been given a reason otherwise. So with that, we've seen quite a few people who aren't quite happy with how often the cosmetics change, how many cosmetics there are, and there have been quite a few suggestions on how to change this. So a couple of suggestions then. Philip Perix says, I like the current shop, but it wouldn't hurt to release new skins every 2 to 3 months instead. So right now it's literally every month. Each month they rotate out to a new set, so they're just asking for that to be extended to 2 to 3 months instead. Nickras also had a suggestion, which is to have 6 sets of cosmetics a year and just repeat their sales twice, saying when the next sale will happen in advance. You'll sell less of them, but some people who miss them on the first run for whatever reason might get them on the second one. It would also alleviate some of the fear of missing out for those who learn of the game later in the year. Alternatively, you could have 11 sets and resell them all on the 12th month, cashing in on the holiday savings. I have no idea if Intrepid have any plans on changing the way the cash shop works right now in terms of the regularity of the cosmetics, but it's something to keep in mind. And who knows, if enough people are in favour of it, maybe they will change it. But I'm curious to know your thoughts on the matter, so put a comment down below and let me know what you think about the cash shop, whether you're in favour of how it works right now, whether you want changes, or whether you want to get rid of it completely. Also, if you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Ashes of Creation community related content. Aside from that guys, have a fantastic day and I will see you next time.